Hey, welcome back. It's your girl, Tamika Hall here. You're hanging out with me on the Tamika Hall Radio Show. I'm so hyped because I got my little sis in the building, Taylor Griffith. We got singer, women's ministry, empowerment, speaker, coach, all those things. We got her hanging out here in the virtual studio. Taylor, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here, Tamika.
I'm excited to have you here with me. And you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're such a cutie pie. Thank you. But listen, I try to be everybody's auntie. So now I'm like officially your auntie. So
yes.
Yeah. So welcome to the family. I have like 100 nieces now. You know, I just love everybody. So I'm excited to talk to you. You have so much in you that God has just put in you. And I think it's just so great for us to just be able to chit chat about it. One of those things is that you have a passion for women's ministry. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never thought that women were going to be my ministry. I never thought that. I mean, I've just kind of embarked into this new season where women and pouring into my sisters and the queens has become the thing. Like, I didn't even really like women at one point. I mean, they were just mean. Like, you know, I just felt like they were cats.
Yeah.
They just were not my thing. You know what I mean? So when did you know that women's ministry is where God needed you to be?
It's so crazy, Tamika, because I felt the same exact way. I grew up.
Why does he do that to us, right? Like,
right, the same exact way. I grew up getting into it with girls and having jealousy issues and all kind of mess growing up. So I definitely didn't think I would be here either. But in college, man, I just went through so much craziness with the boys and just college life and trying to be a single Christian woman and trying to do right for the Lord, but still live my life. And I just went through so much craziness and drama that the only people who were there for me were my roommates, my suite mates, the women in my dorm, the women, you know, I didn't have guy friends, but I had great women friends who literally carried me through. And because of that, I was like, you know what? She's going through the same thing I'm going through. And we uplift each other. Why don't we just take this thing further and make it to a ministry?
Yeah. So talk to us about your ministry.
Yes. So a couple of years ago, after I left college, I was doing some college ministries. But when I left college, I had a desire to just focus on women. And I started a ministry called Queenin For Da Kingdom.
Yes.
So Queenin For Da Kingdom, we have several different facets of the ministry. We have an online chat group with over 70 women. It's a private chat where we talk about called Saved. No, I'm sorry, I'm getting it wrong. Called Young, Saved, and Single. Young, Saved, and Single. Where we talk, for just women, exclusively private group for just women, where we chatted about everything. Okay. Then we have the QDK fashion line for my ladies. We also have events that I throw, like I threw a relationship panel a couple years ago, concerts. At Queenin For Da Kingdom, we have blogs. I try to do a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything for our young millennial women.
So where do you think women go wrong today? What do you kind of seeing as the resounding issue that's happening among women, in terms of living saved, being single, all of those things? What's the issue?
What's the issue? I think the issue is, honestly, I think the biggest issue I come across is insecurity. Just not knowing how valuable you actually are in God's eyes. Like, I feel like we try to prove ourselves to anybody. We try to be superwoman in the career, superwoman with the man, superwoman with the kids, but God already sees a superwoman for just being, not for doing anything, for just being. And I feel like if more women just knew that they were born as queens with the value, they were born as a queen. You don't have to earn anyone's approval. You don't have to earn your value, that they would operate differently. They would move differently and things would be a lot easier.
That is really powerful. And, you know, it's amazing because I think, you know, I'm about to be 40 on June 4th. So I'm going to be 40 in about 2 weeks. And I just look at the fact that the insecurity is an issue that even older women are dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, we still have to overcome that. And I think that if we had, you know, if we had your organization, if we had the group chat to be able to sit down and talk to somebody. I think that if we would have started that young, if we would have had it when we were younger, we wouldn't be older still, or actually finally overcoming insecurities.
Wow.
I remember in thinking to myself just a couple of years ago, I was like, I really have some major insecurities. And I was like, I am going to be intentional about overcoming those things, and it doesn't matter what people see, it doesn't matter what you do. At the end of the day, when you are by yourself, your insecurities will be the loudest voice that you actually hear. What would you say to the young woman that has that loud voice of insecurity in her mind at all times? What would you say for her to begin to quiet the voice of insecurity?
Of course, reading the Bible, but really talking to God. When I really start talking to God, and when he really start becoming my friend, and when I really start having this intimate relationship with him, just somehow those holes and those empty places, they just start to heal. I just felt good because I didn't feel alone anymore. I didn't feel ashamed anymore because God was really my friend. He really uplifted me and talked to me. Like I would speak to him and he would speak to me. So praying, but not just praying in the normal way, get on your knees, say your morning prayers, say your night prayers, but talking to him just like me and you were talking like, hey, God, man, I just came from work, man, they were crazy, my boss was getting on me, or oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these children, God, they killing me, or God, this school, just really talking to God like he is a physical person right across, like he's one of us. So yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I agree. When I finally started to, and that's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, just talk to him like he's normal.
Yeah.
You want to say thee and thou and shall, decree, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. But the prayers that have gotten me through the most are the ones where I'm just like, yo, Lord, okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, God knows how to talk to me too. Because he'll be like, if you don't shut your mouth and stop complaining, like,
that's right.
Talk to me. And when I started to see myself through God's eyes, it really did begin to shift my self-esteem. So you actually released the song "Fearfully and Wonderfully Made."
Yay!
We played it before we jumped onto the interview. I love the song. So talk to us about just where did that come from? Did you write that song?
Absolutely, I wrote the song. It was produced though by Detroit producer Trey, the producer. Shout out to him. Yes. I wrote that song, and that came from a real place. Like I said, that came from my college experiences. Elder Minister Taylor, but I still have experiences with guys where I'm like, oh Lord, I thought he was a nice guy, but now I'm in a situation and he wants more. Should I do it? Should I not? Like,
right.
Lord, it's pressure. I'm stressed, or it's times where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm Minister Taylor, but I've fallen now. And I need your grace, God. Even as Minister Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you still love me, God. You still love me, even though I've fallen, and even though, I've been through this shameful moment, I'm still exactly who you created me to be. I'm still fearfully and wonderfully made. My value is not taken away from what I have done. So yeah.
And you actually have a very vast background in music. I mean, girl, you graduated cum laude, okay? Like, you didn't just skate by. You graduated cum laude, okay? And you actually have your degree in music composition and the recording arts. So when did you realize that music was like your jam? When did you realize that music is what you wanted to do?
Oh my gosh. As an infant. I mean, they called me as a baby, they called me Boogie Woogie because I would just bounce to the music, and I was a baby. I always heard music in my head since I can remember. Started directing church choir when I was 5.
What?
Yeah.
You were supposed to be Elder Taylor back in the womb. So I get, okay. He said, this girl is for sure enough going to live for me for the rest of her life. We're going to make her a director at 5.
Yeah, so just my whole life has been music. I love it. It's who I am.
Are you from a musical family, or is it just something that kind of came on you?
Actually, I'm not from a quote unquote musical family, but I'm from a family who loves music. If you get what I'm saying. Like, my family plays all kind of music all day long. Like, music is at every event, at everything we do. It's just a huge part of our life. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
So with your music, I know that you've just definitely been empowering women, especially with your organization, Queenin For Da Kingdom. So what's next? What's next for the music? What's next for Queenin For Da Kingdom? Like what's coming up?
What's coming up? I would definitely like to have a part 2 to Brand New Woman. I had a Brand New Woman event with the relationship panel where we showed out the new music, where we showed out the new fashion. I definitely would like a part 2. We were supposed to have a part 2, but you know, Rona.
Yeah.
Rona
I need her to go home. Yeah.
yeah. All the way back to wherever she came from. And yeah, so I definitely want to actually get that 2021. We want to get that for sure. We're praying and believing for it. And I don't want it to just be my products. I want to reach out to other women entrepreneurs in the Detroit area. There are so many people doing amazing things, you know, or from all around the United States. I want other women to be a part of it as well and show off their fashion and their ministries and their music. I just want it to be a great event where we celebrate.
So it's basically gonna be like an empowerment expo. It sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be a dope event. Yeah. You know, and it's funny because I'm definitely talking about, you know, Rona needing to go back where she came from and all that stuff. And you know, but this has been a beautiful time of being able to just kind of incubate and to sit and rest and to build and to prepare. And so it's definitely been a blessing. Do we have any more music on the horizon, or?
I'm definitely cooking up some stuff for y'all. I got you. Definitely.
Taylor in the kitchen. Taylor is in the kitchen, y'all. So how can people connect with you? How can they join with the organization? How can they buy your clothing? How can they do all things Taylor?
Yes, well, you can do all those things on queeninforthekingdom.com. If you want to just connect more with me, you can also hit me up at Instagram at Queenin For Da Kingdom, Facebook Taylor Griffith. But yes, queeninforthekingdom.com. That will have everything you need. It'll have the links to everything you need. So yeah.
Well, I love it. And I really just appreciate you just hanging out with me and my crazy self. I know folks didn't hear me being loud and obnoxious before we got started, but you did. So thank you for just choosing to hang out with your auntie.
Thank you for having me. This was great. I love it.
Yeah, I loved having you here. And I love what you're doing with Queenin For Da Kingdom. I love that. I think it's so necessary. And I'm just going to tell you now, you know, keep pushing, keep pressing. And I can't wait to see what God is going to do for you and for the organization. I'm excited.
Thank you. Same for you. I told all my friends, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be the Tamika Hall Show, y'all. Look her up. Follow her.
Follow her. Oh, you're so